Hello, everyone! Welcome to the Forest of Memories. I am Zaruk Windcaller, your guardian, your high remembrancer, arbiter, and reminiscing bard of Twilight, and I am joined by my lovely wife, Amina. You broke up.
Hi.
Yeah. And we are, of course, back to play more of Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut, which apparently, from what someone told me, it has, someone on YouTube said, the Pristine Cut adds a new ending. Or but I think you can only get that if you exhaust every other option. I
think so. I think that's the case.
Yeah. But that's not what I want. It's like I told Amina, all I want is a happy ending for the two characters, so that's what I'm going for.
And I'm pretty sure he can get that with just the amount of princesses he's met thus far.
Mm-hmm. So, with that in mind, sit back, relax, make yourselves at home, and let's dive back in. Where did I... Yeah, it was this one. The mycelial.
Okay, so we're gonna go for the apotheosis, which is a branch off the tower princess.
Okay, how do we get there?
First, we gotta get
Yeah.
get out of
the
the long quiet.
Yeah.
Each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Blech.
You're on a path. You're here to slay.
Let's see.
Okay, so this one's a little bit funny to do.
Mm-hmm.
So first step is just take the blade.
Let me get up there.
You make your way up the shore. The interior of the cabin.
Alright, so take the blade.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the... The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase.
Now what?
Still your nerves and step forward.
Okay, hold on. Continue down the
Good.
stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What's that quote? Fight you? No, I'm here to kill you. You said steal your nerves and step forward.
Yeah.
You
And then
step
afterwards
forward,
you drop the blade.
your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
You said drop it?
Yep, drop it. She is so
The
intimidated
blade
you drop
tumbles
that
out
blade.
of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
And then you
Against
exhaust
your
all
better
dialogue options and
judgment,
then select
you step
examine the
forward
chains.
to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning.
Oh.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay, one interesting thing I like is that, as we've already established, the princess is what she's like is determined by your perception. And the interesting thing is that even though she intimidated us into dropping the weapon, she still looks nervous right here. There's that brief moment where she looks nervous, almost unsettled. Yeah. So, in a weird way, it's almost as if by doing that, we perceive that, okay, maybe she does genuinely want to talk. So, you said...
It's really cool.
Yeah, all dialogue options.
All dialogue options.
Yeah, this, sorry, it was pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
Alright, well, how would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
And as I established, that's not correct. It would be Your Royal Highness or Your Highness, not Your Majesty. Majesty is reserved for kings and queens.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
You're apparently going to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster? If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, but I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
What if they're bad reasons, though? If they had good reasons for thinking I was dangerous, wouldn't they have shared them with you? I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to leave.
I mean, if you had a good reason that would get you out of here, you would have told me, but you've deflected or ignored every question, so...
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
I mean, fair, but counterpoint.
She has a point.
Yeah.
There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
And as I said when we've heard this before, it means a lot, because there's nothing else you can really bank on. Word is all you've got.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
I mean, that's kind of a bullshit thing, because all monarchs are subjugating. That's kind of the point.
That's their job.
Yeah, okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know
To
why
examine
you're
the
here.
chains.
Let's see. Yep, I'm getting you out.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay. And if there is a key, if there isn't one, do you have any ideas? Besides me cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
It's interesting how that response is basically... It's the same response no matter if you brought the knife down here or not. They both say, it's fine, I can lose an arm. But with this, it's weird. They're both creepy, but in different ways. She says it with no emotion at all. Just matter-of-factly, it's fine, I can lose an arm. But with the other princess, it's her trying to be positive, where she's like, well, that's okay. I can go without an arm. Like, it's... If anything, it comes off a bit creepier coming from the nice princess, when you think about it.
She's just trying to reassure you that actually, no, it's fine. You don't have to worry about it. It's cool.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh dear. Well, we know how this goes. 1 minute.
Whoa!
Oh, hello. Hey, Jared! Thank you for gifting out 5 subs. Jesus, be careful with your money, buddy. You gave 10 yesterday. I appreciate it, but take care of yourself first.
As long as he's paid rent and gotten food first, then...
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, what she said. I am he who monies. Well, that doesn't have to be the only thing you're known for, bud. Remember, take care of your food and your housing situation before anything else.
And then go nuts.
And then you can go to... But yeah, thank you for gifting us up to Cyberblitz, Jinweir, Kib, Solvim, and Valkyrie. Really do appreciate it, bud. But seriously. Just having you here is cool enough. Anyway. Let's keep going.
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked. You're here. You'll shout.
Yep. Back downstairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, cool.
This would have been so much
Once
easier
the options
if
come
you'd
up during that
simply
fight, you
slain
choose
her
slay the princess
like you
twice.
were supposed
And then
to.
you choose give up.
Wait, a fight?
Easier for whom? Easier for
Remember?
everyone.
Yeah.
He's gonna use your body to
I
try to
heard the
stab the
door
shit out of her.
slam.
Yeah, you're right.
They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
So, save her first or slay the princess?
Slay the princess twice, and then you give up.
Oh, so click slay now. Okay.
Yes.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down. The princess flinches as you strike and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
Okay, well that arm is now useless. Because, fun fact for those who don't know, if your shoulder gets hurt, your arm is basically paralyzed. So...
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's unarmed and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now.
Actually, Amina, it's kind of funny looking at her like this. I'm wondering if anyone has ever done that redraw the Sailor Moon image with the princess from Slay the Princess.
Oh, that's right. The pose is the same.
Yeah, I'm wondering if anyone's ever redrawn that with her.
Someone
as you
should
raise
now.
your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you. The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again, each blow stronger than the last, shattering bone and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon. Forget trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. You roll out of her grasp and shakily
Slay the
push
princess.
yourself
I
back to
did.
your feet.
And then you give up.
Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once pristine dress. She pauses for a moment, catching her breath, staring at you with wild eyes. We can still turn this around. Are you serious? As the force of her blows overwhelms your body, the blade falls from your trembling hands, clattering uselessly to the cobblestones below. I suppose you just lacked the will to finish the job.
You literally just described that every blow she gave to us broke bone. Like, by that logic, I love how he's like, oh yeah, she's probably worse off than you. No, probably almost every part of me has something broken in it. So
She's also standing up with pride, looking down at you as she uses her useless arm to beat the shit out of us.
yeah, and that's the crazy thing. The arm that got its shoulder stabbed is her good arm. And she's still which means she's fighting with one arm that basically doesn't work, another arm that's locked into the wall, chained to the wall, and she's still beating our ass. So, hi Swayzeby.
The princess,
Hello,
wounded
Sway.
but still alive, stands to face you. She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you to the ground. Her knee slides to your throat and your windpipe is crushed under weight you didn't think her frame could possibly possess.
That's actually something people do in MMA. Well, actually, no. You can subdue someone like that. You're not supposed to use your foot. You're supposed to use your knee because it brings all your weight down on one point. Ah, yes, the game about my wife.
Does your wife step on you? I mean, you don't have to answer publicly, but I'm not judging you.
Here's a screenshot, everybody. Pathetic. Like, I'm kind of surprised no one's used this screenshot anywhere.
I thank you for your honesty, Swayzeby. And also,
This is
yes,
the end,
this is doing something
isn't
for
it?
someone. I'm glad you noticed.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Cool, we have
You're on a
completed
path in the woods,
chapter 1.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to...
Okay, wait, hold on. Hasn't this happened already?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep
I wonder what
secrets
this
from
voice
me.
is going to be.
What does it matter what he
There you go.
knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her.
Oh, the
She's just going
broken.
to kill us again.
You know, people call the smitten a gigantic simp, but it's actually the broken.
She
The
is
broken's
not
the
going
simp
to kill
here.
you unless you let her. But slaying the prince...
I
A
think-
warning before you go any
Okay, so
further.
now we're in chapter 2.
Wait, hold
You
on. I think the only meme that spawned from this, to my knowledge, was the look.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Hey, Mike.
We might as well just pledge
Are
ourselves
you
to
slaying,
her.
son?
Yeah,
And stop pretending
we
we're
tried.
capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
And remember, everybody, every voice, from the narrator to all these other voices, is one guy, just using different inflections.
He's doing a great job. Both
Yeah.
of them do a great job.
Yeah.
Everything about this game is great.
Yeah, and both of them are married. It's a husband and wife who made this game.
A game about love.
Have they made anything else, or just this one?
They've made another game, but I haven't checked it out yet. I've been
You're
kind
being
of
annoying.
obsessively looking at everything about Slay the Princess.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
If that's what you want.
Yes, when we go in, you take
I
the
guess
blade.
I don't have a say here.
No, you don't, simp. A husband and wife made the game about my wife, as it should have
The
been.
interior of the cabin is larger
How's
and more
Waysby getting this
grandiose than
game?
its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is
Thank
a
you,
massive
Alfidi, for the care
marble
package.
altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay, first of all, that is not an altar. That's just a buttress.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
Actually, Swaysby, we might actually meet your, the best version of your wife now. I think this is going to be right up your alley.
We don't feel small.
Okay.
We are small.
Alright, what do?
You take the blade.
Okay.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
That was actually in both headphones, how it
Yeah.
it actually echoed between one to the other. That's actually really good sound mixing.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice
Well, I mean,
says.
he's broken.
He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Not gonna lie, this is actually a pretty well, okay, I get it. It's because it leads to apotheosis, but still, it's a very divine-looking image. You'd think she'd be more terrifying, I guess. I don't know.
The chain is nothing.
I mean, you could
to
link
her.
to the Fury, but
It
that's
might
not
as
what we
well be
came
a
here for.
toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
What do?
The next option says that you need to select I'm not going to help you, so tighten your grip.
Okay.
As if on command, the blade
Oh,
slips from your
I did
grasp.
click that. I said tighten
It
my grip.
clatters uselessly to the floor.
What happened? That's what I... Wait, hold on. That's what I clicked.
Actually, what if she makes you drop it either way because she's godly?
Oh, that's true.
But we didn't drop it.
Yeah.
We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand
You
what's
see what I
going
mean
on,
about-
and you'd
Yeah,
better snap
Sam.
yourself out of it.
Kneel.
No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Bro, what is this dominatrix? It's the tower.
The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
Well, technically you didn't squeeze it out of my lungs, you crushed my windpipe.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it?
I'm
It
not
certainly
going to help
does.
you.
And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson. You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she? Then you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Truth. Yeah. I'll say, well, just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Well, I have questions before I decide to do anything.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Pet! For that, you will die! I'm not gonna help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that.
I say, perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
I'm gonna get my ass kicked, aren't I?
Pick
You're gonna kick your own
up
ass.
That needle.
Do it. It's what she wants. No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Kinda wish you could say no. But I guess I can't, right?
Yeah, you can't. You have to pick up the blade,
You
but you'll
reach
need
forward
it. So
and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway. You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce.
How much you want to bet she's gonna pull the whole thing like, kill yourself?
The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I and brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
Yeah, there it is. You should kill yourself now.
What?
The
What?
option for I'm not going to help you should come up.
Mm-hmm. What?
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
End it.
Then I guess you have no choice.
Oh,
You must slay
we'll
yourself.
end this
Oh.
all right.
Did we screw up?
I'm not entirely sure. We followed
Your hand
everything.
lifts the blade and brings it towards
Either way,
your
I think that
throat.
this does
Okay,
lead
I
us to the
apologize for the
apotheosis.
unclear language.
Blah,
End
blah, 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 blah.
her.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her. There it is. See, yeah. We're supposed to slay the princess?
No, you slay yourself.
Wait, really?
You slay yourself.
Okay.
The power isn't going to become a god unless you perceive her as a god that can control your every motion and has
Oh.
the power to do so.
Hmm. What happens if we kill her?
That goes down a very interesting route to the Fury. But that's like, torture and blood and guts everywhere.
Oh!
So do you want big goddess lady, or do you want having your atoms ripped from your body piece by piece?
Never.
painfully?
Yeah. I'd rather. I don't want to get banned.
No, you can't just slay yourself. You're perfectly healthy and capable, and all you have to do is ignore her and do what has to be done. The blade...
Oops.
Look at you quaking against my will. An ant defying a god. It's pointless to resist. In the end, everything submits to oblivion. But you're not the one resisting me, are you? There's something else in there. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Shit.
Okay, man had to pay bills that day.
You bring the blade to your neck. You slice through soft flesh,
Oh shit, that's
severing
cool.
veins and arteries, your blood flowing freely down your body. It's a painful lesson in obedience, but the pain won't last forever. No.
When I see you again, you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
We will. I promise.
I know you will.
Everything goes dark,
She just heard the
and you
broken.
die.
Yep.
You're on
There
a
she
path
is. Now you
in the
choose
woods.
whatever options
And
you
at the
want.
end of that
Yep.
path... Oh, let me guess. And at the end of the path is a cabin.
Hello, Mr. Contrarian.
Excuse me? Come on, man. We can see it right in front of us. And besides, we've been here like, 5 times already? I think this is 3. Who cares? The woods are always the worst part anyway. Nothing ever happens in them. I care. Every single time you've been here, it means an entire other reality has been damned to oblivion. One reality is already an incalculable loss. And there is a massive difference between 3 and 5. Feels like the numbers getting thrown around here are too big not to be abstract. Numbers like 5. Numbers like entire realities. At the end of the day, it's all just silly, isn't it? None of us can count to a whole reality, and he's asking us to think about the difference between 3 and 5. You're already starting to lose the thread. Just because you can't personally sum up the contents of an entire reality doesn't mean that the people inhabiting it don't contain moral value. if you have any sense of ethics left in there, if you have any moral compass, please, you have to stop her.
Don't you get it? Might makes right, and she didn't even have to touch us last time to prove her power.
So what? Just because she made us kill ourselves, we're supposed to submit to her authority without question?
I knew when to surrender to our better. You would have lost eventually anyway, and it would only have made her angry. It would only have made things worse for all of us.
Oh, for the love of... Can you all please just get on with it? You're not making this any easier for yourselves. Do we even have agency right now? We either do what she wants, or we do what he wants. Either way, we're listening to somebody. Please, nothing in life is a binary. Obviously, we find a third choice that nobody wants.
You all talk about choices and freedom, but there is no choice when it comes to the will of a god.
I'm going to cut you off right there. She is not a god, and the more times you fail, the harder it becomes for you to succeed. But the fact that you're still here means you still have a chance to pull this off. So, princess, dangerous, cabin, slay, now.
Wait, hold on. What happens if I just stay here?
There's no room for indecision.
I mean,
you
why
have
not?
to... The ground quakes beneath your feet. Even the earth beneath you seems to shift, your feet unable to grip solid ground as you're dragged forward along with everything else.
I see.
The end of everything. The beginning of something new. The moment we open that door, she will be free.
Any, words of warning? You already know everything you need to know. As you step forward, the cabin explodes. You're flung backwards, violently slamming into a tree as debris rains down around you. You watch in paralyzed awe and terror as the princess emerges, her body unfurling from some vast space as she stands upright to face you.
By the way, remember, one person did all the art for this game.
Yes,
One person.
and it's glorious. Also, look at her crown. It's become a halo.
Yeah.
The world bows to her. The ruined landscape shifts, trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
Finally, the little bird has set me free. This is always how it was going to end. And this is always how it was going to begin.
Hashtag even gods may die.
There's a loud thunk from the tree behind you as something embeds in its shattered bark. Your pristine blade. It's now or never.
You are not allowed to hurt my wife.
Just because you're a voice in this body doesn't mean you're the one choosing the actions.
Hey, funny one. Didn't you say something about a third option earlier? One that would make everyone unhappy? Oh, wait, no, that would probably open it. Well.
Well, we could always run away, right? To where? I don't know. Anywhere.
You're all ruining the moment of her ascension. Have you no respect for the divine?
With a grim determination, you yank the blade from the trunk.
Rage against the dying light.
Yeah, this feels right. She doesn't get to just smugly stand over us like we don't matter. Let's take her down a peg.
You're not going to win. You know that, right? What are you going to do with that tiny blade? Give her a scratch?
Even if that's all we manage, I'd rather go down swinging. See how everything's floating around her? I bet we could make it if we just jumped really hard. You gather yourself, closing your eyes and shutting out the towering vision of the princess. There is only her and you. That's all there ever was. It's time to face her. You launch yourself towards the princess. The pull of her gravity catches you, carrying you across the ground into the violent swirl of her orbit.
Such defiance even now. Do it then. Show me what you think it takes to end that which is destined to end everything.
Even gods may die!
Don't you see how hopeless this is?
We were raised by
feels
JRPGs. We
nothing.
know how this ends.
Starts out with Duke killing rats, and then it becomes killing God.
That's right, she doesn't. So she has no idea what she's in for. With a heavy thump, you land on her chest. It's now or never. We've come this far.
It's Waysby's
Let's
favorite
take it
place to
home.
be.
You strike, but her skin is like steel. Though you stab at her again and again, the wounds are superficial, mere etchings in a sprawling surface.
Okay, then I'll carve my name into it.
You see? It was always pointless. All this has done is bring us close to her. And how beautiful it is to be so close. It's not pointless, it can't be. We wouldn't be here if there wasn't some hope we could succeed.
Is that all?
The princess plucks you from her chest, pinching the scruff of your neck delicately between two fingers as she brings you to eye level.
I forgive you your transgressions, but my destiny is inescapable.
She thinks she's so much better than us. There has to be something else we can do. We're not going out like this. She offered us forgiveness. You would turn down such an incredible gift. You would turn away from her glory for something as petty as pride.
You do have the option to just submitting if you really want to
Fuck
kill the giant waifu.
that. Sure, the skin's hard. What about your soft tissue? How about your eye?
Yes! Yes! Let's give her something to remember us by. You concentrate your will to a fine point and hurl your blade at the princess's eye. It flies through the night sky and...
Bro, I might be a simp, but this broken guy is a limp biscuit.
and then nothing. She could never be harmed by...
Even gods may die, and gods feel pain. Maybe I can't kill her, but I can certainly hurt her.
It pierces her cornea. She howls, recoiling in pain, and you fall from her distracted hand.
Ow.
You hit the ground with a painful thud. She narrowly misses you as she comes crashing down to her knees.
So I've misread you. You are not the willful key that will turn the lock of my liberation. You are an enemy to be smitten by my hand.
The princess holds up her monumental hand, its glowing palm radiating a blinding light. It grows and grows until it's all you can see. And then you erupt, your very soul mere kindling to her light. The inferno incinerates everything that is you. And with it... No, that's not right. Why is it hot? I'm not supposed to be able to feel anything. Oh no. Oh no.
You leave me no other choice. Suffer for the crime you have committed against my divine body. Damnation will purify us both.
There's nothing left to burn, yet still you persist amidst a world unraveled.
It's cold now, and I feel small. I thought I was everything. But I'm no better than you, am I?
You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. Something to remember you by. Leave a divine being with a blinding scar. You're nothing at all. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Hi, Bird Dad! Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass.
You only have so many questions. Which ones do you want to ask now?
I know. Let's see. I know what happens. I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
Let's see. Have you been the same you all along?
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
After everything you've done, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
What is my true identity?
You're the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
In one of my lives, you doubted yourself. You thought all this was wrong.
Oh, did I? That means nothing in the grand scheme of things. This construct you're in contains every possible world at once. The fact that you managed to find one reality among trillions where I was delusional proves nothing.
Except it does. Because he's supposed to be a primordial being. Something beyond that. He can't be wrong. That's the thing. If he's eternal, then he can't really be wrong, right? So
yeah.
The fact that we found a world where he was wrong and openly admitted as such, saying, this is wrong, it's not what I wanted, that proves that, no, it does matter. Why would you want to rid the world of death? Well, actually, no, I'm pretty sure death is good, actually. Important, even.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
And what? What? So, you died, or experienced death, and your whole concept was, or is, oh god, it's so terrifying, I don't want anyone else to experience what I've experienced.
Do you want to hear something that I've heard about the game in one of the endings?
What?
There's an ending where the world is stuck in a standstill, and the illustration you get of that is that a world in the middle of being sucked into a black hole forever.
Yeah, sounds about right. Do you have anything to say to yourself for yourself? For all the hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
That is an ending.
You want to know the funny thing? You want to know the most funny thing, Bird Dad? Is that I've seen the kind of world you've imagined. It's a world that I don't want. It's a world that nobody should want. Life is hard. It is. We struggle, we stumble, we fall. But life's little surprises, those tiny, quiet moments, even if they aren't worth much in the long, grand scheme of things, they mean something to everyone. You keep telling me to not forget that the people out there are real, that it's my choice to make. So you know what? I'll figure it out on my own. Fuck you. You've heard enough. The narrator was right. You're the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Alright, round 2. Let's dance.
This time we don't get the knife.
Yep.
But you do get to see some new things.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Well, that's the thing, Swaysby. If I do this right, we get an ending where we do get to be happy with said wife.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response and then patiently waits for you to continue. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Trying to think which is like was this one?
Do what feels right.
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is it all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Let's talk this through. I have so many questions and I need answers before I can even make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
You are weightless and alone, suspended in the gravity of an idea too great for you to hold. A tiny island caught between the death of the old and the birth of the new. But you did not go quietly. You spat in the eye of that which would claim godhood, and through that defiance, you bound us both together. Without me, there are no
I
externalities
love how the tiny
to
princess is
resist.
trying to hold on to her.
And without you to resist me, there can be no externalities. It is struggle that carves meaning into consciousness.
That's a violent answer.
I believe that if you find all the red options, something else happens, but do you want to find all the violent red options?
No, I don't. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but this isn't what any of this has been about.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me. A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. Where did you end and I begin? When you felt what it was to be me, we held on to each other and pierced the veil of truth. Will you abandon that curiosity now that we are no longer joined in physicality?
This has always just been about us. Two people forced to hurt each other again and again and again. But we don't have to hurt each other anymore.
You cling to your notion of pain as suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict. A picture of a life, and a picture of a life, and a picture of a life. How deep must repetition still our movements, until even the air we breathe is stale? You doused the flames of false devotion, and in my despair you lifted my chin, and the two of us danced beneath the stars. But the stars can't be seen unless the flames go out and the walls come crashing down. Can you not do for all things what you did for us?
You want to know the funny thing? When the walls come tumbling down and you've got nothing left, everyone finds something to rely on. They find strength in themselves. They find camaraderie and friendship with those around them. They find love in those that they're close to. But at the end of the day, we live anyway. This whole concept, this whole idea of that suffering is necessary, it doesn't have to be that way. We can have those things. We made it work. We saw that the whole concept of just this false love, this false delusion, all of it was nothing. We figured it out, and we had an actual, genuine, dynamic relationship. If it could work in that reality, it could work again. There is love and conflict and beauty and ugliness between us without bringing the whole of reality into the picture.
We are the whole of reality.
Then we can live a normal existence. The concepts that you describe and claim are unbreakable, we experienced and made it work as normal mortals. Why not give it a try?
What once was one, then was two, and then was one again. You gave me shelter when you burned mine down, and then you struck another match. I pulled you from the ruins, and then we built a life. What once was one, then was one again. The peace didn't last. The worm in your heart came for us. It took you from me, but you took me with you, and together we both left. What once was one, then was two, and also one again. You and I are bound together. To rid yourself of me would be to leave yourself forever incomplete.
I love how she should be feeling this. Like the things that are being described here, that we made something work, and yet she ignores it. Hi, Lonix Phantom! Thank you for the raid! Welcome, Raiders!
Hi, everyone!
Yeah, I'm Zaruk Windcaller. Hey, Killer King. I'm Zaruk Windcaller, Guardian of the Forest of Memories. This is my wife, Amina. Yeah, we're playing Slay the Princess tonight. You've gotten here at a very tumultuous time. How you doing? What were y'all up to? Let me give you a shout-out real quick. I like the name, by the way. Lonex Phantom. It's a cool name.
It is a cool name.
Oh, Deadlocked. Man, memories. Dang. That's a good game. I'm the dork who went through that whole game using the dual pistols because it was just that fun. But yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. Welcome to Slay the Princess. We're actually in the final parts of the game. So I apologize if I get really into character or start acting a bit. But that's what I kind of do on my streams. But this is also one of those games that makes you question a lot of stuff. So sit back, relax, make yourselves at home, and enjoy yourselves if you can. See, we're not the whole of reality. Why won't you see me the way I see you? Why won't you see me for what I am?
I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine? To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
This doesn't have to be so big. You can come back down to my level. Come back to me.
Why would I stoop to your level when I'm offering you ascension to mine?
Because we're both deities. The fact that I'm trying to look at this from a different perspective and you actually look at it from one that apparently we've looked at for God knows how long and never found an answer, seems to me you're just being stubborn. This is pretty obvious. Try to look at it from a different perspective. Mine.
It's so peaceful here. Beautiful. Eternal. But ever-changing.
But even then, it's not real. If you live forever, who cares if everything is ever-changing? Who cares if every little experience is just a little bit different? It's eternal. Eventually, it'll take a long time, but eventually, you'll have done everything. Better to live and enjoy the short life you have, the short period of time you exist, like any mortal or human does, and enjoy your life then live an eternal life where eventually everything gets boring. Sure, you can't do everything when you're mortal, but you do the things that you like and you make memories that way. I would rather live 80 to 90 years making memories and living an amazing life than living eternally and eventually having, say that I've done everything and be bored with existence. As the clash between you abates, the princess withdraws, trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion?
And what can I say? I'm a stubborn son of a bitch.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that
The
is
god of
exists
stubbornness.
only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
The long stubborn.
Yeah. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine, calling me stubborn, blind. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Says you. Last I checked, there are two eternal beings here. Me and you. You understand the concepts of death, of eternity. I understand the concepts of suffering, existence, life. Seems to me...
Actually, it's kind of the other way around. Your being is one of fraternity and non-change and stagnation, and hers is literally everything else.
But remember, we're mirror. She said it was herself. We're a mirror of each other as well. What's part of her is part of me, and vice versa.
Can you find
Whatever
it?
you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
You have no idea how good it is to hear you, man.
It's good to be here. Seems like you've been doing alright on your own, but she's too many things at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get past all that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you...
I'm ready.
Then let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Well, that sucks. Didn't the last time we did this, we got like 2 or 3 of them?
We got one of them.
Hey, if the offer still stands, could you describe the cabin for me? For old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a
Look outside the
knife and a door.
windows.
That's the
I see 'em.
windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it, and I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Not this time.
No, you don't.
Not this time. Now, I have heard you could take it and then throw it out the window, but nah.
And then it stabs one of the princesses outside.
Yeah, and they don't react, apparently, which I think is hilarious.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
And for those who don't know, this is the actual princess. Like, this is the original, like, this is the true design.
The first princess we met.
Yeah, it's good to finally see you again.
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back.
I'm sorry for all the times I've hurt you.
Do you remember how back whenever the shifting mountain told us we wouldn't remember her?
If anyone should be apologizing for anything, it should be me. You're only trying to help.
Yeah, I remember. Why?
It's ironic, considering how we're talking to her right now.
You know, when she puts it like that...
So the funny thing is, I found out that depending on what princess you meet first, when you get here and you apologize to her, her response will be different based on what the first form of the princess was. So, like, for example, if we'd met the tower first, she would have said, hey, I beat you to death with my bare hands when we first met. Or stuff like that. So, I don't think I want to be a god.
Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit.
I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna save that. I think that's a really good quote. That is really good. You can apply that anywhere nowadays. Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit. Does she not have an arm? Yeah, she does. She's got 2 arms.
Just like this cabin.
Are you the same as you are out there?
I don't know. I'm a part of her, I think. But she's seen so much more than we have. Like, she's seen everything, right? I don't think I could hold all of that without losing myself. I don't think you could either.
So, cool thing is that you actually get more information about the mass out there if you're talking to the if the first princess you meet is the Amina, what's the one called that has 3 heads?
Stranger.
Yeah, if you meet the stranger as your first princess, she actually has more to say because
she's the closest to the shifting mound
Yeah,
than all the other princesses.
Yes, she's the closest to the shifting mound, so she has more to say. Which princess are you? You look like you did the first time we met. Is this the real you?
I'm the same princess that's been with you since the beginning. And I feel real. But I also feel like I'm a lot more than I was then. We've been through a lot together. I don't think there's anything more real than that.
So, now that we're here at the end of everything, can you finally tell me your name?
I never had one. But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that? And as for you, well, hero works for me.
But that's me. You know, I think I like that.
None of this was ever really fair for either of us, was it?
No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you.
Why does this sound like a goodbye?
It kind of is.
What do you think of her? What she wanted us to be?
I don't think she's the sort of thing you can really disagree with. It doesn't matter if she's right or wrong because she exists. She's this big, unrelenting force, and there's no arguing with her.
I mean, to be fair, I did throw a knife into your eye when, we were dealing with that aspect of a divinity, so, well, I guess you got me there.
But I guess that was the question out there, wasn't it? And it was the question before you came down here, too. Should she get to exist? I'm glad you didn't bring that knife with you. And like I said earlier, I don't really want to be her. I think I just want to be me.
Yeah, I'm happy not to be everything. Just being us is plenty.
What if we just leave?
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
I don't know. Let's see. Hold on. Doesn't matter what happens or what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's all I want.
You know what? Yeah, I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Oh no, you're coming along. Are you sure you don't want to come?
Yeah, it wouldn't feel right. But I'll be okay. I don't think I'll be alone for long either. I'm sure I can find the others.
Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You feel her hand tremble in yours. She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this, yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with her.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
Not with you.
Neither of us knows what it's going to be like out there.
It's something new. But whatever it is, we'll face it. Together.
And what happens next? Whatever it is, you'll face it together. I love the voices in your head. Jonathan Sims. And the princess, Nicole Goodnight. Huh. If they're married, I found it weird that they're married and they don't share a last name. I guess they didn't want it, wanted to mix last names.
There is no next turn!
No, there isn't. It's all done. That's kind of the thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Life is scary. It is. It is. But no one is meant to be alone. At all. And no matter what happens, facing the unknown is always better than dealing with, the same boring thing over and over again. So, plant your feet, take a stand, and yeah, go explore the world. Explore life. We only get one. Some people say you get multiple, but no. We probably only get one. Special thanks to Markiplier, Manly Badass Hero. I know those guys. Awesome. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. See. The track order for a special playlist just for you. Our song. See, you can hide the UI by hitting H. And now that you've finally finished the full story for the whole time, you've also unlocked the gallery. You can access it from the main and in-game menus under the Memories tab, and it's full of clues that will help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Happy hunting. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. It's really cute.
Do
you want to see the gallery?
Hold on, play our other game. Did that open something?
I think that takes you to Steam.
Yeah, Scarlet Hollow is their other game. It's in early access right now. Interesting. Oh, it's an episode game. I'd have to look into that one. Alright, where's the gallery? Oh, in Memories. So yeah, beginnings and endings. The hero and the princess, the spaces between, and the end of everything.
Hey, look, they even got the princesses from our first playthrough.
Yep.
And now if you ever want to explore the rest of the endings,
Yep.
you know how many.
Swayze says, now you gotta get the final new secret ending. I actually don't want to. That's the thing.
Maybe later, if we feel like it.
Maybe later. And yes, they're all chibis.
Click one and let's see.
The witch. This is all the things you can interact. And it tells you how to get them. So, like, one of you has to go first. Might as well be you. How you get all the different images and pictures.
But yeah, it's your cat waifu.
Make a peace offering to someone you betrayed. Of course, the spirit. Or the specter. Well, kind of sways me. There is. With the pristine cut, there is a brand new ending, apparently.
Also, we did actually see some of the new content in the game through in this playthrough.
Yeah. The princess and the dragon, which is how we actually get to see... Oh, God, that's what we look like. Okay. Yeah, but the Princess and the Dragon, which lets us see the different versions of ourselves.
What's cool about that frame is that that frame was hidden behind other UI. That way we couldn't fully see it.
Yeah.
And then you walked in and you were like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And the cool thing is that when you the cool thing about the when you're with her and you see this from different perspectives is that we know, like, just
Who's
through
talking?
Yeah, who's talking. Like the contrarian, the broken, and then the hero.
Like the stranger.
Yeah.
She's our first princess.
Yep. Yeah, the stranger was our first. And we find out about her because we literally just... Yeah.
Oh, she's only missing one.
Yep. See through her eyes at the end of everything. I think that's... Oh, yeah. This is like... So remember how I said you talk to the stranger first? You know, and everything? Yeah, I think, like, the only way to get this is related to the ending, basically.
Maybe in another time.
Yeah.
In a different place.
This one. Yeah. Now you could throw the knife through the window like that.
Princess casually stabbed.
Finish the game.
I like the den.
Yeah.
The den rocks.
And how we helped her escape. Let's see. Angels and demons are cut from the same cloth, and it's best not to deny a proud being.
That might lead to the Fury.
Yeah, see. You need more space. A narrow cave is no place to fight, and it's in no place to stay forever.
That is a fun one that we never got to, but I would love to join you if you ever wanted to have a stream with one of the other endings, because
Which ending is
that one, I forgot her name, but if you guys spar it out and, like, go for it, she becomes like a rival, like, you know, someone you tussle with, your equals fighting each other as
Oh,
equals
you're
on
the
same
adversary.
plane.
The adversary.
Yes.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh no, that's this one. Meet your equal in combat. That's the adversary. I don't know what this.
Then
one
I don't
is
know who
then.
the other one is.
The gal on the left. Which one? There's a few on the left. Which one, Swayzeby?
The damsel? The prisoner? The thorn?
Or do you mean Amina's PNG? Yeah, that's Amina.
Hi.
Yeah, that's her.
You see, I'm a ninja.
The thorn. Yeah, see through her eyes at the end of everything. So yeah, that basically means that once you get the stranger, you have to, like, if we got her second or something, we could see from her perspective. I thought it was new content. No, that's Amina.
No, I'm not new content. Well, I mean, it kind of is new content. I managed to kick my butt in a way to make both these PNGs and Zaruk's Crowman PNGs just for this game.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the damsel.
If there ever is a time when he wants to go back, I am fully ready to jump back in as the princess. Or maybe if you ever want to see me and I'm on stream as the princess, we could make that like a bit thing.
Where's the
But only if you guys want it.
Yeah, where's the one where's the one
Also, also yes, he is a burb. Check out the burb. Zaruk, you should make yourself bigger and show off yourself, because Swayzeby just noticed.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. Yeah, it's supposed to be, like, right here. It's supposed to be based off the character you play as.
The Long Quiet.
Yeah, the Long Quiet.
In fact, check out his robes.
Yeah, I can actually... There you go. So...
One cool thing I do for all the PNGs I make for him is that I put illustrations in his clothing.
Blood for the blood god! Skulls for the skull throne!
And you can actually see the cabin in the robes, which I think is cool. The look. What is the look from this game?
It's the smolder. You know how whenever we're in person and I give you the look.
Yes.
Yes.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, when he talks, his little eye lights up. It's a little fuzzy and pixely because I'm weird and not good at choosing the right sizes to make PNGs,
You're
but
fine. Quality content. Well, here's the thing. Here's the damsel. Where's the outcome we had with the based off this one?
I
What was
believe that she had a knife around her neck.
Yeah, but what was she called?
I I don't think she had a different name. It was just the damsel again, but like with extra content on the side because we chose to stay inside the cabin with her.
But then wouldn't we get different things?
I don't know. We'd have to Google it to see if like there was like a different viewed way to see that in the gallery.
And then what's really weird is that the wild actually has 2 PNGs or 2
Oh
images.
yeah, because there's 2 different versions of
Yeah,
the
I know.
wild. One is the mycelium network, and okay, so during that route, there's an option to separate yourself from that princess, and that will show you the the other second form whenever you're separated.
Yeah, I'm wondering where the thing with the damsel is because, like, there is like, give her everything that she knows she didn't. What is it? Give her everything she didn't know she wanted.
Whenever the spittin' just casually broke open our ribs to show her our heart.
Yeah, which she was disturbed by, and then was like, "Oh, I get it."
It's a metaphor. Got it.
Huh? Weird. The RGB route, Crows route, but caramel dancing and his eyes flashing rainbow colors.
The
No.
princess inside the basement, while like outside is just rainbow colors as she tries to sleep.
Or no, just like no, she actually like looks through the window with like a raised eyebrow as the as just the character just stands there, eyes flashing RGB. Or better yet, take the or better yet, you can have the hero come down, like, because again, we're the hero, she's the princess. You can have him come down the steps, and she looks up because she hears music, and it's that, I just want to be part of your symphony blaring.
I just want to be part of your symphony.
Yeah, so like the knife and the eyes are flashing colors, and she's like, are you here to rescue me? Just with like this confused look on her face.
To hold me close.
Yep. But yeah, that's gonna do it, I think. Whoa. For now. We'll come back to this at some point. Because I do want to do more. But I wanted to get a good ending.
That's super cool that the menu does that, because like she's a princess of perception and like she can't do anything until the game starts, but like if you're just standing there staring at her, she just turns to look at you because technically you're perceiving her even if you're not in the game proper yet.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's gonna do it for now. And I wanted to get this done mainly because I wanted to give us a good ending, but also because, for those who don't know, I will not be here all this coming week. I'll be with Amina celebrating Thanksgiving. And I will not and I will not be back until the 2nd of December. So
and you cannot have him back until then. So
yes.
meh.
Yes. I'm hers until the 2nd of December. Well, I mean, we're always each other's, but y'all know what I mean.
Yeah.
But regardless, I do hope you guys had fun. Sorry it was a bit of a shorter stream, but like I said, I just wanted to get us a happy ending that we could work off of. And now I gotta go get back to packing, so I'm ready to go Monday. So
I need to go back to cleaning to make sure that when he gets here, my house isn't stinky.
Yeah, so I'm what is Thanksgiving? I'm too British to know. Just a day of celebration. Swayze,
to be thankful.
Yeah, to be thankful. That's the
Now, if you want the actual history, that's a different story.
Yeah, that's a different story.
And it starts with Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. And don't worry, it's very different from Fuck the British Day, where we basically declared our independence. So
we just get tea and throw it in the ocean.
Yeah, is there food? Yes, a lot of it. Like, that's the whole point, is that a lot of it.
Actually, it's a feast holiday.
Yeah, it's a feast holiday. So, let's see. You know what?
There's turkeys and mashed potatoes of 2 different kinds. There's stuffing. There's raspberries.
Yeah. You know what? We're gonna go.
Cranberries.
So we are gonna go raid someone. We're gonna go raid my friend Zarashift. She's actually, I think she's watching, either she's watching season 3 or watching the original G1 Transformers movie. Because she's doing what's it called? Like, it's basically Thanksgiving with Transformers. So we're gonna go say hi to her if I'm allowed to raid. Yes, I am. So let's go do that. As always, it's been a privilege and a pleasure to entertain all of you. I hope you have a great day and a great night. I've been Zaruk Windcaller, and remember that the memories we make in life, good and bad, make us who we are. Don't change them for anything. Love you guys. See you all later. I will be in contact over Discord and Twitter and such, but no streams until I'm back. No, not this week, but next week. So, talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.